So previously we had around 52 keys, I believe it was. So after this, I'm gonna go ahead and check what it is. And a hobby could spring into a very nice paying job. Exactly, you know? Let's see. Go ahead and quit. Gobblegum Arcade. Let's see, what do we got here? Now we got 94, so added another like 40, I'd say. Let's go ahead and blow through these.
I think this is called the mainframe. It must need power.
Dingo and Dingo. Double static power. Gambler with us some more. Gambler for Dingo. I thought I already had that. Stalker for KSI. Okay. I'm still very young, so I very much could change my mind in a couple of years. Yeah, that's... I've always felt like I had to choose a path and go with it. But I almost just switched the game mode for this next one. As much as I want to cheat just because of how infuriating this thing can be at times, I'll be fair. Okay. Shock. Shock. Anything else I can, like, cheat and shock? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, I'm in high school at the moment. Did I just cheat? I just fucking cheated. I just cheated. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh god, that is cheap. Awesome. But yeah, I'm a senior in high school, so I have all the opportunities in the world to do whatever it is I truly wish, but at the same time, have you decided what you want to do in college if you go? I've decided, for now, I'm not going to worry about college. I'm going to worry about getting moolah. So what I'm thinking about is going into the union to become an electrician of sorts. Get some money that way. Or just finding whatever job I can, something that'll at least be enough to, you know, buy a paper roof. Either way, I don't think I'm going to be going too much of anywhere, so I think I'll be good for the most part. In terms of where I'm going. I don't got many places I gotta, so. I should probably clarify what I mean. I would say I'm free to stay at home for a bit. Like I'm of course not gonna stay home forever. Like I'm my parents, but you know, I got time before I got a good year or few before I'm kicked out. There we go. To explain just how much I've been through this Easter egg, I have gotten to the point I am able to get this stupid bird, like, first time. Not first time, I should say. I've been able to get it more consistently. That's a better way of putting it. Where are you spawning? Jeez. Then again, I did sort of cheat to get here. So I didn't even know I could do that. I just saw the pay thing, and yeah. Hey yo, what up? You
Hi, hi. Huh?
Speaking of high, why does like green Monster Energy at first taste like bong water, then it tastes like a sour apple, then it goes back to bong water at like the end of the can? Why does it do that? The hourly wage at
Tell you,
most
I've never had it
places
before.
could be kind of nice because people don't want to work now because of multiple reasons, so the wage is higher. Yeah, that is fair. There's like a Wawa place nearby that is really dying to get people to fill in gaps. My mother's telling me all about like, oh yeah, you know, you could really make your own schedule with that if you wanted to, and I just have to tell her like, no, I can't, because if last time I went there and tried to talk about it, how I want to have, you know, my own hours, like specific days, I was told, no, fuck you. So, yeah. Are you awake, bro?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm probably gonna pass out soon here because school.
Let's see. I think a Dunkin' Donuts had like a $20 hour wage. Damn. That's pretty good.
$20 an hour?
Yeah,
Really?
that's pretty cool.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to work there either. But
What?
to be honest, um, one of my old coworkers works there, and she's a
Okay, am I not filling up this thing? No, I am. Guess it wasn't beforehand. There we
Alright,
go.
I hate to be this guy. I just told him.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it was nice to at least have you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Had a, funny enough, another car question. It's about like a,
Shoot.
what the fuck was it called? It wasn't a Hyundai, I don't think it was. What the fuck was it? It's like a, oh, it's like a Ford Fusion Energy. It was something like that. Is that a good car?
Mercury energy.
Yeah. It's like a, I don't know if it would, I'm pretty
I've
sure it's a
never heard
hybrid.
of a Ford Fusion energy.
Yes, it's a plug-in hybrid from what I can tell.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
which,
that's an actual thing. It's a plug-in hybrid, yeah.
yeah, it's,
Uh,
I would say pretty cool.
what year was it?
2017. So it's 4 years old. But seems pretty good.
2017. Let's see.
For like,
It's more of
I
these.
forget what it was. I think 15. Yeah. So. Is there anything else I need to shock? I shocked that, I shocked that, shocked that. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm good. I can now do my little glitch. Go away, baby.
I can honestly say Fords are very good. What the fuck?
Are you looking at its mileage?
Yes?
Yeah, 97, bro.
No! This
What?
dude said his best was 115. What?
So now you
Huh?
see why I want
Holy fuck.
the car. So yeah.
I can say Fords are amazing. Like, parts are relatively cheap, repairs are relatively cheap. If you can find one still in warranty, 10 out of 10. Because Ford's warranties are pretty good. They'll fix basically anything.
Alright. That's nice to know.
So, honestly, yes. And I like Ford Fusions. They're nice little cars.
Cool. Well, yeah, the only concern is the charger, because otherwise I'm getting like 42. Which is still pretty good. I'm not trying to diss one at 42 miles per gallon. But, you know.
Considering Ugh, sorry. Considering gas prices have gone up just a shit ton, um, honestly, worth it. Is that like a? Oh, that's fucking awesome. That's so cool. That is really unique.
Yeah.
There's one on here that they had like a two-tone interior with like half of the seats being like beige and half of the seats being thing, and like the interior kind of conformed to it as well. That was kind of cool. Uh, I would definitely say it's worth it because from what I'm getting from basically all the sites that I'm reading on, everyone's saying it's amazingly like reliable and everything, and that they've all enjoyed like the ride quality and everything of it.
No, I'm not a bot. This hitbox is weird. Alright, that's good. Also, Peanut says their dream car is a Tesla Model 3.
Ew.
I have not ever.
No, I'm messing with you. Honestly, my main issues with Model 3s is that if anything were to happen to the car, you can't repair it yourself or it literally won't charge, period. You can't use a fast charger or anything, meaning like road trips in that thing are basically worthless. Um, the fast ones are expensive. The slow ones are also expensive. Parts are expensive, and for energy, like energy
No,
car of that
no.
sense, a Tesla, which is US branded, isn't the most reliable.
Okay.
But that I can't really say much because there's not been like a main extensive person who has like hyper miled these things. They've only like done short trips with them because if we're being honest, EVs aren't made to the point where you can actually go on long trips. They're not made for that. They're made for short town get arounds like take to work and all that sort of thing. And that's pretty dang good. That's awesome to do that because you're saving a lot of the emissions if everyone were to switch to them. But for long trips and stuff like that, and to get where you need to go, it's not really worth it. That's just my opinion. I feel like the technology just hasn't gotten there yet,
Alright.
and it doesn't go burr.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's, like, probably the
If it
worst part of it.
made a really cool like electric motor noise
Wait,
when you're accelerating, or like if there was an option to enable something like that, I would like it a lot more. It's just you're silently going from 0 to 60 and it's like, man, that's no
okay,
fun.
but hear me out. What if it sounded like Woody from the Friday Night Funkin' mod?
Woody from the Friday Night
Witty.
Funkin'. Witty.
Yeah. Please tell me you know who I'm talking about. I don't even know if that's how
Step
you
on
say
the
it.
accelerator.
I'm actually gonna put that on now. Fuck it. I'm gonna put on all of that.
Oh no, you can't really even charge at home. The the Eastern Shore's power grid system is so shitty that if you try to plug in one of those cars, I guarantee every circuit in your fucking house is going to trip.
Oh, cool. I'm plugging mine in at my house.
Like
Not the Tesla, but
you have to go to freaking Salisbury to charge that shit. Let's be honest now. um Sorry, so I think you'd probably be fine charging that because one, it's not fully electric, meaning that it doesn't take as much of a draw to charge it. and that its charger isn't like a fast charger. It's meant for like the slow trickle charge thing.
Okay.
People made a gas car noise machine for Teslas. See, but that's not the same either. That's kind of just like,
That's burr without the burr.
yeah, that's burr without the burr. Exactly.
To be fair, you can actually change the noise on it, so it could be electronic burr without the car burr.
Yeah, but that noise cuts off after 25 miles an hour. So in any situation like I'm talking about, where you're like stepping on the accelerator pedal and like flooring it to 60 just to have fun or something, it's basically useless.
I
Because like,
see.
what is that like hypercar sound I'm thinking of? I think it might be from Rocket League, where the car's like type noise.
Car really go burr?
Yeah, that would be awesome if you could like enable something to make that sort of noise as you're like speeding up. Not like an electric drill noise, but like an electric drill noise, just like deeper tone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be so much cooler than you just like flooring it and it's like nothing.
The charger you get, the car is a 120 volt charger that can go
Yeah,
into an outlet.
even though it is 120 volt, like it still pulls so many amps that I guarantee any of like where in specific where I live, any of those would just kill it. Because I can't even plug a welding machine into my house without the fucking thing tripping everything. You can't even have an electric heater and the vacuum cleaner going at the same time. It dies. The whole house dies. And they're on separate fuses. The house dies anyway. It doesn't matter. It trips the main breaker. Like, homes here are not made for that. It is so terrible. Although Tesla does make like the at-home charger you can get installed for like an extra like 8 or 9 grand, which at that point it's probably just worth it to get, and that taps directly into the like power system, like power line system, so you don't have to worry about your house tripping balls.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's like the majority of the houses here too. Like newer buildings like the hotels and stuff, they could probably do it, but that's because they're new and their like equipment is updated. Most of the buildings here are made in like 87, 96. So like they weren't like built to handle that sort of stuff. I can't speak much for the mainland.
Whoa. You know, I hear a lot about the first and third song of the Woody fight. This is pretty good. Second song.
About the second song.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably my favorite one.
I would say the first is mine. Alright.
Witty Mod's pretty good overall.
Guess you could say it's quite witty.
If I'm being completely honest with cars overall, I would either go gas or fully electric. I would never go hybrid. And the main reason for me saying that is because if you go hybrid, it's got so many more parts that could fail on you than just going one way or the other. Like you've basically got the internals of the engine vehicle and an electric vehicle all in one, and it's just like both of them are unreliable, so everything just takes a shit, and you have to replace the entire car. I mean, that's just me thinking of like hybrids. Uh, if I was to be completely honest, hydrogen vehicles are the future. And
like things that work. Do those things work on salt water? Because if so, that's awesome.
yes,
Perfect.
all you have to do is filtration it just barely. It like carbon filters, like
I think so.
life straws. You know what life straws are?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they're literal just carbon sand filters that you run the water through that basically purifies them. That's all you would have to do to put that to your car, in your car, and run it. That's it. And although the thing is,
it's not quite just it.
you don't dump water like directly into the fuel tank and expect it to be like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I need. No, it's like you have to split the molecules off of water for it to actually work. So essentially, it's already purified by the time you get it, because the car doesn't have something that can split them up the fuel cell. And it's relatively easy to do that as well. Currently, the leader in this technology would be Toyota.
I see.
Yeah, battery and density, if you take into account the amount of like lithium, I think it is, lithium mines and stuff, that's probably more harmful to the environment in the long run than using something like gasoline or diesel engines. I mean, diesel engines you can fuel off of essentially anything. You can take old French fry oil, filter it through, again, a carbon filter, dump that into your gas tank, and boom, you have fuel. Diesel's some bullshit. The only bad thing with diesel is the emissions it puts off. Whereas I'm saying hydrogen vehicles, they don't have any emissions. The only thing they emit is H2O and what is it? A little bit of carbon dioxide, but it's literally minuscule.
What I'm getting from this conversation, and correct me if I'm wrong, is we need more pigs so we can cook more bacon. And thus use that for fuel.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure we were all on the same page, because otherwise
Exactly.
this would have gotten awkward. So vegans are the problem. I mean,
and
to anyone that's listening that would get offended to that, it's a joke.
the motor technology is probably just about there. The battery technology just isn't quite there yet. Although the batteries are getting just about as compact and dense as they can with the current metals and like methods of storing energy that we have. So the only thing that really could improve would be the like what how do I put this? The motor's efficiency is the only thing left that could be improved.
Okay. Well, hydrogen cars are cool, but the fuel is quite expensive from what
The only reason the fuel is expensive is because there's only like 3 gas stations in the US that probably actually do it. And there's not enough plants to actually like make the fuel that's required. And the plants, like I said earlier, they have no emissions whatsoever. The cars have no emissions, so the environment is essentially getting basically saved by that. You don't have to worry about lithium mines anymore because there's no more like lithium being mined for giant ass batteries going in the bottom of cars. What else is it?
Yeah, that really does sound like the future.
Yeah, and
Thank
you
you,
even
Johnny.
get the cargo burr noise. You can have manual transmissions. The car still goes burr. It makes all the right noises. I mean, that's where I'm saying hydrogen cars are literally the future because it makes everybody happy. Car guys are happy, like people who are like hippies or meth heads are happy because the environment's getting saved. Uh, like manufacturers are happy because they can still put out these cars that are basically just as reliable as the modern gas engine, which is pretty fucking reliable if you know what you're doing. I mean, Toyotas from what 96 are still going today with like 300,000 miles done, and their last oil change was done in 96. So, I mean, literally all of that, like, it's literally the future. If we could get the technology there and we can like convert some of
No
these
way.
plants into making the fuel and make everyone get these cars and understand that the prices of the gas can go down because supply and demand. As you want more supply, the demand will go up, meaning they'll make more plants, they'll make more fuel, which is basically easy to get. We could take literal doo-doo water to make fucking gas off of.
Alright, Peanut does make the point of air-powered cars are the future. And by that, I mean... is that what? I think it's possible.
That is very possible, actually. You could make a compressed air car. It's just...
Is it worth?
Is it worth it in the end? You have to have so much power to compress that air into a bottle. You have to have a lot of weight going into the tanks to compress the air, which those tanks would probably have to weigh a lot depending on how much you compress the air. You wouldn't get but very, like, probably 20 miles to a whole tank of air, meaning you'd have to charge that thing and, like, compress that air every, like, couple miles type deal.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure we both figured you're joking, Peanut.
yeah, we know. It's just, you can make it, it's just not worth it.
Alright. Whoops. Actually, no, not whoops. That was on purpose.
Yeah, but you know how like Toyota's making that like perfect city, right?
No, I've not heard that.
Really? Well, they've made, you know, like Tony Stark's dad, how he like planned out that whole city over like a nuclear reactor, not nuclear reactor. It was a Tesla coil or something like that. What was it? Arc reactor. That's what it was. He planned that whole like city around that. That's basically what Tesla's do. Not Tesla. What Toyota's doing, but a whole lot better and a whole lot cooler. Like they're making the roads that don't even have to be like maintained. They don't have to be maintained. That is freaking insane.
How? How do you even do
It's insane. Have I heard of solid state batteries? Yes. They do not use lithium, but they use a lot of more expensive metals, which in the long run, when you're talking about having like a car ran on those, you're talking about like a pretty not affordable car in the long run. I'm not gonna say like $1 million. I'm talking like 300,000 $300,000. And when you have to finally replace those solid state batteries, because solid state batteries don't really last that long, they they only last a certain amount of charges before they like kaput type deal. Which is why there's not a lot of them really being made. It's just not really worth it. Although they charge a lot faster, they can hold a lot more, and they don't use lithium, which are the benefits. It's just the cost to maintain and the amount of time you have to maintain them, the cost of the batteries themselves, it's just not worth it in the long run. Or I couldn't see it as a like foreseeable like worth buying type deal, if you get what I'm saying.
I think I get what you mean. Alright, boss fight, let's go.
Did it say summon Hitler?
No, it was Helltaker.
Oh, I thought it was Hitler, and I was like, wait, doesn't Hitler just end himself? We don't have to do that.
That is a point that I wish I did not have to think about.
Guys, let's build a statue celebrating Hitler's killer.
I have to be very careful, because if I shoot too many bullets, it'll actually crash the game. In the boss fight.
Really?
Five fucking times I tried recording this. You have no idea. I tried recording this boss fight just for the video.
Make sure you put that in your notes.
Oh, I will. I will whenever this is over and I make the video. I'm going to show that. That like, well, not show obviously, but I'm going to go through that. In fact, during it, I know for a fact I'm going to do this, because why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to show the first attempt I did. I was hoping to get it in one, but obviously that didn't work out. I did it.
Yeah, I'm going to admit it though, Tesla's battery technology is insane and probably way ahead of its time. The batteries that they actually make are really efficient in the long run, and they could probably last a pretty dang good while. So Tesla's batteries are definitely worth it in the long run. It's just like lithium mines, the cost you have to like energy plants and stuff like that. You have to remember again, we're not to completely clean energy. So the more you use energy, the more like energy plants have to burn coal to get their energy and all that sort of stuff.
Sure, there will be more solar panels or nuclear plants. I imagine it depends on how far we're looking in the future. I imagine
It depends.
I imagine near future we're going to see nuclear power plants.
I disagree. Solar panel technology is pretty high up there compared to nuclear technology now. They take a lot more room to put solar panels down than the nuclear plants. Like, that would make that much power, but for small, like, rural areas, you could probably do a pretty decent amount of power just from solar plants. And that's more worth it in the long run than using something as rare as uranium to power our like areas, which uranium wouldn't be a really completely clean like energy source either, considering the radiation and stuff like that, which they've done a good job like controlling. It's just if there were to be like a slight failure in the system, ooh, there goes the entire tri-state area.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Imagine Perry the Platypus just walks in. Oh no, you broke my nuclear power plant. Now the tri-state area is gonna turn into freaking Fallout 4.
Is this man okay?
He's having a stroke, bro.
He is.
He's reflecting back on the war days, wondering why you summoned him.
I've actually gotten to the point I need to pick up... I have to pick up this weapon right here. An M14.
Why?
Because
It does
I've
nothing.
actually ran out of ammo.
That's an F.
Oh, major. And I'm getting hit way too many times.
Yeah, but I feel like solar panels could probably do a decent bit of power. Especially if you were to just
Oh.
hook one to
Look
like,
at this guy.
if everyone were to put them on their roofs, they could produce power and send that to the energy plant. If there's ways to make money off of having a solar panel on your house. If you put enough solar panels to cover your cost and then some of an energy bill, like the energy that you use, and you put those panels on your roof, the energy company will actually pay you for the energy you're producing.
That's awesome.
And I don't know if people have like actually said that or stated that anywhere. The energy company pays you for that stuff. It's insane. And that's why I'm definitely thinking solar power is definitely worth it. I mean, you've got vans, like, people on van life and stuff like that. They have
Yeah.
one tiny ass solar panel that charges their batteries, that runs their laptops, their TVs, their lighting, their air conditioning, everything. They have like 4 car batteries essentially, one solar panel, and a little solar bank, and that powers all of that. And they can have that running constant. As long as there's sunlight outside, they're producing power. And sometimes they have to turn off the solar panels so they don't produce any more power because they don't want to overload their batteries and make them blow up.
Okay, I've actually died. That is how
Almost.
long this has been going on. Oh, I can't even
But
buy that.
if everyone were to just stick a solar panel, like a couple solar panels on their roof, which, don't get me wrong, solar panels are expensive, but
Yeah, they are.
like if you put a couple on your roof, like people off the grid do, and like, holy shit, it's insane how much that technology has come. I forget what it was. Didn't they put a little solar panel plant? I think it was north of here that they put one, and apparently it produces like 10% of the energy or something like that the East Coast uses. Or not the East Coast, the Eastern Shore, like our little strip, our Delmarva strip. I think it said it produces like 10%. And it's not a very big area. It's a decent sized area, but it's like I'm saying, if you put a couple solar panels on your house, like, snip them little wires up there, buddy. You got
So
you
I got a
some
question for you though.
power.
About all this solar panel stuff. Can a solar panel generate me bullets right now? Because I could use some.
Depends. Do you have like an automatic bullet?
An automated.
An automatic bullet maker, like a production plant for bullets.
Oh god, he's finally dead. Oh god,
Nice.
look at this place. It's a mess. In fact,
Yes.
here's what I'm gonna do.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself on this thing. Because here's what I can do. End the game right here. That is the Easter egg. I just did the Easter egg. One go, one fucking time, after figuring that out yesterday. On normal mode, let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
That is what I'm talking about, motherfucker. Only problem with
The only
solar.
problem with solar is that you need batteries compared to steam plants that have momentum and can still produce energy for a bit after if it really stop producing steam. Yeah, that is definitely true. Solar, you need a way to store the energy. It's not something you could just immediately use.
I
Whereas
think this is
plants
called
like
the
steam plants and
mainframe.
everything like
It
that,
must need
they
power.
definitely are like immediate power sources, which does pose the question there. Uh, but I still feel like solar plants and stuff like that are very well worth it as a clean, like renewable energy source. Because if you think nuclear plants are clean, but they're not renewable. Because once you run out of uranium, that's pretty much it for a while. You don't have any more uranium plants. Yay, I did. As I'm just talking about solar power. Now, another like way that you could also do like solar power is you could have a confined water like a confined water plant that boils water using sun energy, creates that high pressure steam, and you could have that turn a turbine. And that would produce power. It would just be on a very small scale. Are you proud, mom and dad? Sad face.
We are proud of
We
you.
are proud of you.
We are proud of you. Bum ba dum bum
Dum
bum
ba
bum
dum
bum.
bum 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 bum.
Oh my god. Ah, that is nice.
Oh, did I say I was gonna go to bed now?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna see who's on. Emma's been going on and off over and over.
I know it's kind of funny.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I would love
I'll
to
also go see.
send people to